your eyes now, but I know there's always a way. From sunrise till dawn, I'll be here waiting. From sunrise till dawn, I'll never stop. I'll fix you up, make everything much smoother again. I'll fix you up, from sunrise till dawn, my friend. I'll fix you up, with these hands and heart so true. I'll fix you up, Daniel, I'll fix you up. The connections might be tangled, the power source has lost its spark, but every wire tells a story, and I can mend what's torn apart. From sunrise till dawn, I'll be here waiting. From sunrise till dawn, I'll never stop. I'll fix you up, make everything run smooth again. I'll fix you up, from sunrise till dawn, my friend. I'll fix you up, with these hands and heart so true. I'll fix you up, Daniel, I'll fix you up. When the current isn't flowing, when the signals disappear, I'll be here with tools and patience, make the static crystal clear. Every cable, every circuit, every problem that you bring, I'll restore what time has broken, make the whole world sing. So don't you worry about tomorrow, don't you stress about today. I've got maintenance for your troubles, and I'll chase them all away. I'll fix you up, make everything run smooth again. I'll fix you up, from sunrise till dawn, my friend. I'll fix you up, with these hands and heart so true. I'll fix you up, Daniel, I'll fix you up. Hey, Daniel, everything's good as you. Hey, Daniel, I fix you up for you.
Well, welcome to the Landlord Tenant Docket. I do believe today that we start out with Judge Simpson. I think the next 2 hours are going to be Judge Simpson, which is pretty cool because Judge Simpson's pretty. My favorite judge is coming up tomorrow. That's Judge Flesher. One of my favorite judges is Judge Flesher, David Flesher, and I like Judge Middleton. So that's Thursday, I think. Let's see what the schedule says. Thursday is Judge Middleton. Yep. I'm working on it. I'm tired, and I have a lot of things. I have a project that needs to be taken care of, and I'm going to try to take care of it. I'm going to start working on it. I don't think I'm going to do the project live, but I am going to get it on video. It's something I wanted to do for a while, and then I said, okay. So every once in a while, you'll see me throw in tech videos, stuff like that. All right, nobody here. Let's go ahead and get this started. Let's see, share screen, Judge Simpson. Go back to StreamYard. Put this in full screen mode. And here we go. This is Landlord Tenant with Judge Simpson.
YPF 16 LLC versus Christina Morgan and Terry Jones.
David Fanter on behalf of the plaintiff.
Christina Morgan?
Christina Morgan's present.
All right. I need a camera, ma'am, if you could.
I'm getting it on right now. Good evening, Your Honor.
Oh, there you
Good
are.
morning, Your Honor.
Okay. Pardon?
Say good morning, Your Honor.
Oh, good morning to you. All right. Mr. Fantera, what's the claim in this case?
She has made a very, very significant payment, and their balance is down to $268, which is basically $80 in late fees and $188 in court costs. So her balance is exactly $268.
You know,
Okay. So, Ms. Morgan, how are you going to get that balance that's left? How are you intending on trying to get that paid? It looks like you got everything but late fees and court costs.
okay, so here's the thing, Your Honor. Not to be difficult this morning, but I work with a program you may know, rapid rehousing, and the situation is very sticky, and I don't know how to really go about it because the thing about it is the late fee that they're talking about that I owe is a portion that rapid rehousing was supposed to pay. Actually, my rapid rehousing case manager is on the Zoom with us right now, actually. But as far as my knowledge, from my property manager's mouth, the $80 was an application fee that was not paid, which I'm not understanding how, because the program pays the application fee. They're saying that the only one was paid, was for me, and the other one for Terry Jones was not paid. And that's very crazy to me. But the thing about it is they're saying the application fee was $80, when in actuality that application fee was only $40, and it was paid at the time of the before we even signed the lease or got when the first amount was paid. And then if they're saying that it's late fees, my property manager also told me that there's late fees that shouldn't even be charged to me because the rent was not
Ms.
late.
Ms. Morgan, hold on a minute. All right. I'm hearing you. All right. But I just want to make sure I'm catching everything. Is Ms. French here with you? Is that?
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
Yeah, Your Honor,
Yes,
I'll make this easy. I'll waive the $80 if they pay the court costs.
And the court costs are how much?
And that's another thing, Your Honor.
188.
Okay.
And that's
Go
another
ahead, Ms.
thing.
Morgan.
The thing about it being with the court costs is, from the beginning, my property, who I leased from, the company, they changed from Red Shield to MTH, just like earlier someone said. But Rapid Rehousing had been paying their portion to the Red Shield account this whole time. So MTH didn't do the due diligence of looking through the system and figuring out that the account was being paid. So it really should have never went to court to begin with, honestly, is what I'm saying. Because it's literally not on me as to why, we were paying our portion. You feel me? I was paying my portion and Rapid Rehousing was paying their portion. MTH had access to that Red Shield account the entire time.
That is true, Your Honor.
What is true?
She came into our rapid rehousing program in December. We paid her first month's rent security deposit that was paid to Red Shield. We paid January, February, and March rent for her. And then after that, we paid 75% and she paid her portion. So her rent has been paid. They just didn't cross-check the ledgers between both companies, Red Shield and MTH, to see that we had been paying Red Shield until we got notification that we needed to pay somebody else for her rent.
Gotcha. Okay, I got it. Mr. Frantera, you know anything about that? Because I'm just saying what they're saying to me on the surface kind of makes sense, particularly if it's paid, because this complaint came in saying that she owed almost $5,200.
Right, and I'm looking at payments on April 1st of $438, and then payment on April 1st of $1,317 and $1,755, Were those payments made on April 1st? Or were those, I mean, what I'm hearing them saying is they were already paid and then not applied.
That's what she's saying. They were paid, but they were being paid to Red Shield. Wherever there was a switch, they didn't check that whatever account it was, they didn't get it. Because if what Ms. French is saying is true, and I don't have a reason to doubt her, I don't think she'd be here this early in the morning trying to stare at me, trying to tell me something. But if they paid it each month, somebody didn't check something because she would have never had a $5,000 balance.
And I agree with that, but I think because I do see on the ledger that there was a $3,400 payment previously made to the owner that never got applied. But there was still a balance owing to,
that was the balance it was two different accounts. MTH had an account that they created for me when they took over, and Red Shield had an account. We only had access to pay the Red Shield account the entire time. Around the 1st of April is when I sat down with Sierra, the property manager, and she went through and made the corrections within the system and checked it and did the investigation on MTH's part. And finally, that's why you see all those payments.
Miss Morgan, no, I know you got something to tell me. It's going to be okay. This is going to be okay. This is just a matter of who's paying it. I mean, because quite frankly, based on what I'm hearing, Mr. Fantera, I'll give you the adjournment to check into it, but I'm inclined to dismiss the case because I don't know that. I think it was paid. I think I'm not even going to call it an accounting error. It's just, it wasn't put over onto the ledger from another company. And I think what Ms. Morgan was telling me, although she was trying to tell me real forcefully because she didn't think I believe her, but I believe her.
No, I'm sorry, Your Honor. You know me. I'm kind of just aggressive. I'm sorry.
You're okay, Ms. Morgan.
I don't even want to be here this morning. I ain't been in court in over 4 years.
I'm just teasing you, Ms. Morgan. Don't even worry about it. But I think she's right that had everything happened like it should, they would have never brought her to court.
Your Honor,
there would be no court costs.
Your Honor, I'll dismiss the case and zero out the account. Are they okay with understanding where they have to pay rent going forward?
I think so. Okay.
All right, I'll do that.
So, Ms. Morgan, you win.
Thank you. Finally.
Okay. All right. Case is dismissed.
First time I heard you say that, Your Honor.
Pardon?
First time I heard you say that, case dismissed.
Oh, no. I do it all the time. Don't even try it.
I'm saying to me specifically.
To you. Okay. Case is dismissed. Both you and Ms. French have a wonderful weekend, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. 103 South Huron versus Mario Man.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Fantera on behalf of the plaintiff.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, there you are. All right. What's plaintiff's claim?
In this case, there's rent owing in the amount, including court costs, of $2,649.17.
All right. And Mr. Mann.
Yes, sir.
How are you intending on getting that paid?
I have an appointment with the Hog Agency on the 22nd. And
on the 22nd.
Yes, sir. And I've applied also through MI Bridges.
Gotcha. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let that appointment on the 22nd happen. I'm going to adjourn your case out April 25th, 2025, 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, so you got to come down to the courthouse, and we'll see where you are with Hawk and everything, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a great weekend.
Yes, sir. You do the same. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Sycamore Meadows versus Denisha McCoy.
Again, Carrie Zandon on behalf of plaintiff. Judge, I would ask for the May 16th date on this one as well.
Ms. McCoy, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm at work. I'm here.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
He has applied for assistance as well.
You've applied for assistance, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that they can get all the information to SOS or Hawk. I'm going to adjourn this out to May 16th, 2025 at 2 p.m.
Okay, I had something to say though about the maintenance repairs. I haven't had hot water in almost a month and I've been putting in repairs and we were late putting in.
No, I scheduled it for 3 instead of 4 o'clock. I've just been doing the regular time because it's court cases. Trin, can I ask you a question? How long have you been a subscriber to this? How long were you a subscriber to that original channel? Do you remember when you actually subscribed to the channel? To the original channel? I sent you an email about something. I thought it was funny. I know Trin's been behind me 100%. But we're not going to get into all that. Let's get back to the landlord tenant docket.
Repairs as well.
I have a new phone number for her to call.
Okay, hold on. There's a new phone number for you to call regarding that. Okay, council's trying to
Okay,
get that.
I
to
would have thought that they would have sent out notices.
Okay, hold
with their
on. Just hold on.
information.
Hold on. Yeah.
734-642-2721.
Okay.
2721.
Yes.
All right. So, ma'am, did you get that?
Yes.
Okay,
I got
734-642-2721. Okay? Give
All right.
them a call and let them know, okay?
Okay, thank
I'll
you.
do the same, Judge.
Thank you.
I'll do the same too.
And council's gonna also let them know, okay?
Okay.
So can I be still on your order today?
Thank you. Court recalls the case, Park at Sagebrush versus Marissa Escobedo and Christopher Knock.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Gabriel Lacey, 79685 for plaintiff.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Gail Rosen on behalf of Ms. Escobedo.
All right.
Thank you for your patience.
Oh, sometimes it's all I have. All right. What are we doing?
So I do believe we have come to an agreement where we're going to enter a conditional order of dismissal or consent order for conditional dismissal,
All right.
where the defendant will pay a total amount of $332 on or before April 23rd, 2025. And that number comes from $100 in outstanding rent. She did submit a significant check yesterday.
Okay.
$232 in court costs, leaving a total balance of $332. And that she'll pay on or before April 23rd, 2025. And then the defendant's lease is up April 30th. However, she has indicated that she may need to stay at least until the children are out of the school year, which is the end of June. My client has offered to waive the $400 month-to-month fee and allow her to stay until June 30th if she pays the rent timely. However, the conditional dismissal will be written if the defendant chooses to stay beyond April 30th. The $400 month-to-month fee will be waived for May and June, and the defendant shall give a 30 days notice upon vacating, before vacating.
Okay, so if she stays to the end of June, she's got it by May 31st, basically give you notice that she's staying in June.
Correct.
Okay. And if she doesn't pay her rent timely?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
If she doesn't pay her rent timely, immediate writ to issue, and we are waiving the 56-day rule.
All right. Is this Mrs. Escobedo?
It is, yes.
Come on up, it's your case. Your name, ma'am? All right, did you understand the terms that were stated? You need to take the names out of your.
Sorry.
It's okay. You understood the terms? Okay. And I know that you have counsel, and I think. Ms. Rosen, is that the full terms of the conditional order of dismissal?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and she has indicated that she understands all of that. is clear with that. All right, I take it you guys don't have that right now, right?
Working on it.
Okay, so once I have it, I'll mark the file conditionally ordered dismissed, since both council are represented by council. I'll sign off when I receive it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Willow Ridge Apartments versus Maya Hines.
Hello, Your Honor.
Oh, there's Ms. Hines. Okay, and where are we on this case?
Your Honor, there's currently a balance on this one of $5,617 total. That includes costs, Your Honor, 5617.
Ms. Hines, how were you intending on trying to get that paid?
So I did have a Hawk appointment yesterday, and they said that they will be able to pay the $3,000. So my remaining balance will be like $2,100, including next month's rent. I did get cleared from my doctor today to go back to work, so I go back to work today. So I was trying to see if we can work a payment plan out for that $2,100.
Do you know if your client's open to that, counsel, or no?
I don't know. I mean, how much is she getting from Hawk?
$3,000.
She would be getting the 3,000, but there'd have to be something worked out regarding the additional balance prior to that 3,000 being paid.
And it would leave a balance of 2,600 based on my client's.
Right, basically about 2,600.
Your Honor, let's do this, because when are you going to find out from Hawk, Ms. Hines?
I'm sorry.
Did they confirm the payment?
Yes, they said that they'll pay it, but they want to see something in writing that you guys will let me work out a payment plan to pay the rest.
Well,
I'm not being able to go back to work.
When could you pay the remaining balance by? Because what's going to happen is in 2 weeks, we're back into May.
Right. So I go back to work today. So we just started a new pay period this week. So I will have a check on the 3rd, and then I can probably pay $1,800 on the 10th. I think that's the
I'll give till the 10th, Your Honor, on a consent. And have we confirmed the Hawk payment?
Well, that won't. Is that going to be the full amount, though?
It's the
I mean, I understand what
2,600.
you're doing.
She said she'll pay on the 3rd and pay on the 10th, correct?
Yes.
And
So how much on the 3rd?
I can pay $1,000 on the 3rd, and then on the 10th, probably another $1,000.
So about, yeah, that's what I thought she kind of indicated. So it's going to be short.
So 17th, are you going to get another check on the 17th, Ms. Hines?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go out to the 17th. This will at least trigger that Hawk payment.
Okay.
And then, she's going to have to work out with my client, making sure that she catches up, because we'll be far into May at that point.
All right. So what I'll do, ma'am, is I'll enter judgment for possession for that total amount of $5,617 and I'm doing that by no tribal issue after hearing, with a writ to issue May 17th or thereafter. Okay?
And I'm not going to include any of those payments as long as the payment's made in full by the 17th, then we're good. I'm not going to create trigger.
Okay. That'd be fine. Okay, so you just got to make sure you get that money in and get it arranged with Hawk to make that payment. Okay, ma'am?
Okay, I will.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good weekend and happy Easter.
And to you. Six Trails versus Jillian Fox.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sidney Katz again.
Your workflow is important to us. Please wait indefinitely.
With Monday.com's intuitive.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
What's your name?
Jillian Fox.
All right. Where are we on this case?
Your Honor, this is second hearing. There's currently a balance of 2,000.
No. I just scheduled it for 3:00 p.m. I just been doing it like the regular during the week. I put it back on the regular schedule that I do every day, and not a different time on Saturdays and Sundays. Yeah, I just kind of did that for a while. Actually, I think we gained a subscriber. What was it? Friday's live stream or yesterday's live stream? We gained a sub. I don't think Trin heard me. Yeah, I got your email. Yeah. It was the. Um, I'm here. I just paused it. I paused it for a minute. Oh. Trin, can I ask you a question? How long have you been on this channel? Do you remember when you actually came on this channel? Because it's like I said in the email, that just I know you've been with me for the whole time. You've been with me for over. I'm pretty sure you've been with me, Trin, for over a year now. We're coming up close to a year. Yep. And like I said, in the email, it was about loyalty. Well, one person wasn't loyal, but you've been loyal. And yes, Ray Bonecrusher's wife did pass away, and my condolences go out to his family. There's no hurt feelings here. So I wish him the best of luck. But let's get on with Judge Simpson. We'll be here all night.
$752,2752. That amount includes costs.
All right.
I am working with Hawk. I had my first appointment yesterday with them. I have a follow-up appointment, I believe, this upcoming Wednesday with them, and I do believe that they will be covering that amount, and I will have next month's on
So
time.
you had the initial with Hawk, and you got something coming up this Wednesday?
Yes, sir.
All right. Given that, and that's under the 3,000, I'm going to adjourn this out to the 25th, 2025 at 2 p.m.
All right.
Let's see what comes out. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now you're done with me. Thank you.
Now I'm done with you. I guess I am.
All right.
Have a great weekend, sir. Carl Staffield versus Chloe Peak.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Audrey Lee. I'm a student attorney with the Michigan Clinical Law Program with a partner, Ellie Sawyer. And I'd like to request permission to represent the defendant, Miss Chloe Peak, pursuant to MCR 8.120 under the supervision of Attorney David Santa Croce.
You know, I wouldn't have known they were student attorneys and all those M's started appearing on my screen. All right, anyway, the wrong M, but that's okay. Permission to practice is granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Go ahead.
So we last saw you over a month ago, and we settled a case not too long after that. So we filed a stipulated dismissal on March 20th, which we believed covered all the claims and counterclaims. And then since this was still on the docket, we filed an amended stipulated dismissal this morning just to clarify that the counterclaims were dismissed as well as the
Got it.
claim.
Okay. And I think that's what was missing for us. All right. And I do have that, and I will sign off. This case is dismissed.
So,
Okay, thank you very much, Your Honor.
Your Honor, just a point of clarification, so I don't make the same mistake again. The form, the stipulated part of the form there says to all claims. So in the past, we've just filed that and that dismisses everything. The amended one, we wrote counterclaims in there. It sounds like maybe that's the best course going forward.
Going forward, it's probably the best thing to put in counterclaims just so that everybody's clear. Because what we've had is we've had the dismissal come in, but then somebody comes along and says, no, we're not dismissing our counterclaims. And then I gotta litigate it and do whatever.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Enjoy the weekend.
All right. Yes, everybody have a great weekend. Good job, guys.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court calls the case. Arbor House Apartments versus Jasmine Branch.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Maxfield Muda on behalf of plaintiff.
I need allies. I want you to join me.
I see.
Jasmine Branch. Anybody representing them? No response. Where are we on this? Did you wish to take a default, counsel?
That is correct, Your Honor. At this time, plaintiff requests the entry of a default judgment. We've got.
Why don't you raise your hand? Raise your hand to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Go ahead.
So we've got a rent to retain possession on this one in the amount of $7,341.24. Court costs in the amount of $180, giving us our grand total $7,521.24. We've got a writ date on this one of April 28th, 2025.
Correct. And counsel, I just want to make sure, given the last figures the 2,000 from the court had been received. Because it went down about 2. All right, very good. Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with a writ to issue in 10 days. Now sign the judgment upon its presentation.
Thank you, Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. Carla Green versus Dustin Mickles. Yes, there's Carla Green, Dustin Mickles, and Antoinette. State your names.
Carla Green, Antoinette.
Dustin. All right. Where are we on this, folks? Because
I filed the proper paperwork.
well, I don't know that you did. Okay, so here's the problem. I don't think that I have subject matter jurisdiction over the case, and let me just explain it so everybody knows what I'm talking about. In order for the court to obtain subject matter jurisdiction over the case, I have to have a proper notice to quit. When we were here, and I kind of explained it the last time that we were here. When we were here the last time, you were indicating to me that you gave them a notice to quit on the case. I didn't have it in my file. And I kept asking you, well, when did you serve it on them? Because I think they were saying they hadn't gotten a notice to quit. So I said that I had to have the one that has the proof of service on it. And I adjourned it out to give you an opportunity to correct that. Because if it had been served, it was. So you filed with the court a notice to quit. And importantly, on the notice to quit that you filed, it says that they had to move by February 28th, 2025. And that you served it on them March, as I'm looking at it here, March 10th, 2025. is what it looks like to me. And it says it's served by first class mail. Assuming this document to be true, I don't have jurisdiction over the case. And in fact, I'll just say this, this document, if that's the March 10th date, it can't be, because you can't tell someone they have to move by the 28th of February and not give them notice that they have to move until March 10th. The only way that this notice, as it is signed by you, can make sense is if it were served on them on March 10th, they would have until April 11th or April 10th in which to move. So when I look at the face of the documents, this notice is invalid. With the dates that are on here, it can't be true.
Additionally, went with that notice to quit, had this file, had the police officer do it the correct way, because that's what I was told to do from this court. The notice to quit. You said that I had to show proper paperwork of me serving them the correct way. So the first time I served them was
And we went through this the last time. You gave me, and when you were talking about the police officer serving, that's the service of the summons and complaint. That I don't necessarily, as I'm looking at it, have a problem with, that they would have received a summons and complaint from the court. They would have had an officer or somebody show up to serve that. That I'm not having the issue with, and that's what I was trying to explain at the last year. Because the document you handed me, that you were talking about that. What I told you was the notice to quit. I didn't have a copy of when it was served on that. Gave you the opportunity, you said you did, I gave you the opportunity to correct it. I'm not sure what date it was received, but the document that we received that was received by the court is a notice to quit to recover possession of the property. I will say two things about that. First of all, it doesn't match. The top portion of that notice to quit does not match what I have in the file, which leads me to believe that it's not the document that was served on them if it was served.
Do you have an old or damaged roof and you're looking to finally do something about it? Or Roofing World, a top-rated roof.
Then even aside from all of that, and so in reality, it's not a valid notice to quit. But even aside from all of that, if I were to say, give me the benefit of the doubt, I'll just look at it, I'll take the dates. You can't give somebody a 30-day notice, tell them to move by February 28th, and not tell them until March 10th.
Your Honor, I think it's a misunderstanding. I served them a notice to quit on February 28th because I'm following all the court steps. She said, first of all, you have to file a notice to quit yourself. And then if they don't move, you come to court, you file this paperwork, and then you come to court. So I served them, correct?
No, you don't get the question. What are you saying? You have to give me a proper service here. And I don't have it. I don't know what that notice to quit. You keep saying that you gave them one. I don't know what it says. Because your two notices to quit are different. The one that you gave me just recently is different than what was attached. The top portion is different than what was attached to the complaint that was filed. One is typed, the other is handwritten. It says move by the 28th, but the way it works on a 30-day, I tell you, if I were to give somebody right now a 30-day notice today, the 18th, I would say you if I serve it on somebody today,
Your Honor, I served it
April,
on January.
just don't interrupt me. April 18th, I would give them until May 18th to move.
Correct.
Your notice, on the other hand, says you have to move by February 28th, but I don't tell you that until March 10th.
That's the second.
Can't work that.
That's the second notice, Your Honor. The first notice, they told me to serve it. You have to have a 30-day notice to quit. I served them the 30-day notice to quit January the 28th. So they had till February the 28th to move.
Then why don't I have a proof of service that it was given to them on January 28th? I don't have that. I told you to come back, and usually I wouldn't do it. Usually I would have kicked this case the last time. You kept telling me that you had it. I see a notice. I don't have the proof of service on the notice to quit. I gave you an opportunity to correct. What I got,
Your Honor,
is an impossibility.
Your Honor, what you got is what the court told me to do. They said file a 30-day.
You're not going to blame the court. The court didn't tell you to do this, because I think this is a falsified document if you want to really get down to it. Because the notice to quit that I have in the file is typed. The notice to quit that you gave me is handwritten. It can't be the same. I don't want to accuse you of providing false documents to the court, but that's certainly what it looks like. And secondly, the date, as I indicated, and I will say, you can smile at me all you want, but I'm going to tell you right now, if I think you filed a false document, you're going to get a show cause, and you're not going to like what happens.
Ooh. Get him, Judge.
Am I clear? The document that you gave me is a factual impossibility. You cannot tell somebody to move February 28th and serve them on March 10th. It can't happen that way, because you're telling them to move after the time that you told them to move. You can't do it. That's what's in this file. So giving you an opportunity to do that, I've given you an opportunity to correct it. You failed to correct it. I will state on the record, I think you provided to the court a false document. This court lacks subject matter jurisdiction pursuant to the cases decided by Michigan Supreme Court. I don't have jurisdiction over this case. The only thing that I can do is dismiss it. This case is dismissed for lack of subject matter jurisdiction. Thank you. What'd you say? Ma'am, you better bring her back here. Bring her back here, Alan.
Uh-oh.
Your Honor, yeah, go back there someplace, because when she comes back in here, it is going to be a mess. Okay. Don't go out into the hall yet. Call security down. Jeff Lewis versus Michelle Kresnik.
Oh, we didn't get to see it?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. State your name.
Jeffrey Lewis, Lewis.
Julie Lewis.
All right. And what are we doing here today on this case, folks?
Well, this was adjourned from last week. We did the 30-day notice to quit. We had a hearing last week. It was adjourned till today. And she was to pay rent, which she didn't. And she was also going to try to get rent assistance, which I don't have any record of her trying to get rent assistance. So today we're asking for possession and payment.
Okay, hold on one moment. Amy, hey, Ellen. Amy, do you know whether or not Ms. Krasnick has applied for assistance?
I don't have it.
You don't have any? Okay. Okay, so who wants to take the proofs? Whoever wants to raise their right hand to be sworn.
I'll take it, Your Honor.
All right. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth shall be God?
Yes, I do.
State your name again for the record.
I'm sorry, do you know that it's?
Is she in Zoom?
Yes.
She is? Okay. My apologies. Ms. Krasnick?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You're here. And last hearing, there was $5,377.15 that was owed. Is that right? Mr. Lewis?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. And ma'am, how were you intending on trying to get that paid?
So I did apply for assistance and I did send the document to the court email, the 14A.
I see it.
Okay.
So that may entitle you to another week, but who did you apply to Hawk for assistance?
I thought I had to apply to the DHS first.
Okay, all right. Well, you don't have to. Did you call 961-1999, that phone number?
No, I did not. Because I called DHS and they told me what I needed to do to fill out. And so that's what I did.
So we got her. She thought she had to go to DHS, did not call Hawk. I think you were probably waiting for a response from DHS before you called Hawk. She doesn't have to do that. But for whatever we get that occasionally, that there's a misunderstanding as to that. But
okay,
ma'am, how many people are in your house?
3.
3. Okay, so that you know, if you have 3 people in your house, that's only going to get you about $620.
I understand. I'm also
okay.
I'm also waiting for my tax return, which is taking way longer than expected. But I had a question because when they served me the original document, they just wanted possession, but my lease doesn't end until July. So even if I paid the amount, they still said they wanted possession back.
I have this as a termination case.
Right.
And you're right. Let me just see here.
I took 2 things that I love, dancing and dogs, and I made them into a successful business.
What's the basis of your termination?
Your Honor, we have multiple lease violations, and from the very beginning, she became a tenant in May of 2024 without our knowledge. We didn't even discover it until January of this year when her male friend moved out and left her behind. She was basically a squatter. So we had 2 choices at that point: try to evict her in January or try to work something out. So we tried to work something out with her.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you want her under that theory to leave the premises, or do you want her to catch up rent?
Well, honestly, if she paid her rent and followed the lease, she probably could stay there till July. But the thing is that she's so far in the hole now, she never paid her security deposit. She's $5,300 in the hole, and then come May 1st, she'll be over $7,500 in the hole. And she hasn't paid rent since the 1st of February.
What happened?
Pardon me?
Hang on a second. Bring a person back? Okay. All right. So I just need to know whether or not she could stay or you're seeking to terminate. Because if you're seeking to terminate, I don't know that she's going to be able to get assistance through Hawk.
Okay. I want to terminate right now. Just terminate.
All right.
Yeah.
And ma'am, you're claiming that you have a lease. Ms. Krasniak?
That's correct.
Okay, if she's not supposed to be there, I have a lease that has her name on it.
Yes, that was the lease that we created for her in January once we discovered she was in the house. She'd been there since May of 2024.
Okay, but then she signed the lease.
Yes, in January of 25.
So, well, I have December 18th.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
That's correct.
So, Okay, so the problem here is going to be the notice. Mr. Lewis, because your notice indicates that you want possession of the premises, but the box also that's checked is the box which indicates that she's what's called a tenant at will or by sufferance, which means that she doesn't have a lease.
Yeah.
And she has a lease. And
and Your Honor, which form is that on? Because we went through this with the.
That's on. I'm just discussing notices to quit all over the place here. I'll show you.
See which one.
I didn't see this. Yeah. On that notice to quit that was filed with the court.
Okay.
That notice to quit, it says you check the first box.
Yeah, delivering. Yeah, personally. Yeah, personally in possession. Yeah.
Right, and then you said you wanted possession. The first box indicates that she's basically a tenant at will or a month-to-month tenant, commonly known as, but she's not.
Right. So what?
And the second portion where you wrote on there, where it says wants possession of the property, that would not be available as a remedy to terminate her lease.
So which box would I have checked in the future when I go to check?
Well, I can't give you legal advice, but the way it reads at this point can I have my phone? Sure. The way the notice reads, the notice to her reads, is that she's a month-to-month tenant and that you want possession.
Right.
That's not the case here because you signed the lease.
Sure.
She has a lease. So that's where we are. If you wanted to proceed by termination, I'd have to grant the judgment in her favor because I don't have a proper notice.
Okay. So what do we do now to get her to pay the $5,300?
Well, what I'm going to suggest that you do, if she pays and you're going to allow her to stay, because obviously she's got a lease, that she continue her efforts to try to get assistance and that you kind of work with her to get that done. So, but the fact that you're at the
$5,377.
Right. So the fact that you're there, if she were even to get assistance from Hawk outside of DHHS, you still, ma'am, would have to come up with about $2,400.
Yes, I understand.
To get the 3,000 paid.
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
What was your plan on trying to do that, ma'am?
So, like I said, I'm still waiting on my tax return, which is taken. I don't.
Gotcha. But you did say that.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to have to. Here's what I'm going to suggest that you do. Okay. What I'm going to suggest you do is work through that. I'm going to have to dismiss this case because I can't, in the form that it's in, I can't terminate her tenancy. So I'd have to dismiss the case. I'm going to suggest to you, ma'am, that you continue to work through with DHHS and Hawk to try to get that payment in. I understand waiting on tax returns, but then get that to the Lewises to get everything caught up.
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
Or we start again and then just.
Right, you'd start again, but you'd have to do it really as a non-payment case.
Right.
And the violations of the lease, right?
Whatever. I don't know what those violations are. So yeah, I mean, you'd have to list them out. She'd have to be placed on notice of that.
Sure.
But, okay. So at this point, I'm going to have to dismiss the case.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we'll start again. All right, thank you, Aaron.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Happy Easter.
All right, and to you. Town Center Place versus Marshall Parsons. That matter is dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice.
Sorry to interrupt. Your Honor, are we allowed to leave you?
I'm not clear what's going on out there.
Okay.
All right. So if you just sit tight, he was trying to explain something to me. I was trying to finish up that case, and do we know?
We do now, sorry. Would you like me to
Well, no, because I don't know what's going on out there. All right, you two, since you're the one that caused my troubles. No, I'm kidding. You two sit right there until we tell you to leave. All right? So that'd be simple. The rest of the people here are probably for my next block, which I'm just going to let you know right now is going to be a bit delayed, but I will get it called. And I'm going to step off the bench and try to figure out exactly what's going on. Okay? Thank you, folks. Court's going to stand in recess. Okay, you two. She's out of the building and clear. You can go. All right?
Thank you.
Just give us a heads up when you're going to grace my doorstep again, all right? You guys take care. Have a great weekend. Court does call the case of Sile Farm Services, Tiffany Copeland.
Good afternoon. Brianna Kingsley appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
I don't know how good it is. I gotta stop complaining, Donna. Come on now. Hello, what's your name?
Tiffany Copeland.
All right, where are we on this case?
Your Honor, today's the date and time scheduled for defendant's motion to set aside the default judgment, so I will let her make her argument to the court.
Go ahead.
Okay, so like I said before, I got a call about a water leak, so it made my rent / payment extremely high. It was like $1,900 for December and January, I believe. So they shut the water off in December because they said it was a leak. And I contacted a couple of companies to come out and they did the repiping for me. And so on top of that, so it was a leak on my end, also a leak on Sile Farm's end. Also, the water meter was cracked. So that's what I was trying to question, like, is that could be a reason why the bill was so high? You know, could that have been part of it? The water meter being cracked as well, not working properly. So anyways, I got the piping redone. And so they kept telling me I needed to put some more heating tape on there. So I paid another, so the reason,
But ma'am,
that came out.
let me ask you this. On April 1st, why weren't you here?
You know what, didn't get a letter in the mail in time to say what time to come, and I have been waiting for this to come along. And yeah, I don't know, the letter didn't come in time with the time to show up, so I missed it. But I came after the fact once because there was another lawyer I was talking to. And he was like, well, why weren't you there? I'm like, what are you talking about? So anyways, I flew here. I tried to get in to still, talk about it, but I couldn't. So that's why I went ahead and put another, more money down again to proceed with the process.
What does plaintiff have as owing?
So she has filed 2 prior motions. And the second motion she filed, she deposited $5,915 into escrow. That was released to my client. It's been posted to her account. And then she posted another $1,000, I believe, into escrow with this. So by my calculations, she would owe $1,561.95 left. The judgment was for $84,1195.
So she owes $1,597.
Ouch.
$1,561.97.
$1,561.97.
95. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So about $1,562. All right. Ma'am, so when I went through everything, so 2 things that you have to show in order for me to set aside the default judgment. One is that there is a valid reason for your failure to appear. And I frankly am not hearing that. But aside from that, I then have to hear a meritorious defense to plaintiff's claims. We went through this in summary before, but I set it for trial. And that is that the water leak was not on Silo's side, but was on your side.
It's on both sides.
Okay.
I have a video.
Okay, but what I'm getting at is, I gave you an opportunity to bring that before the court. They had their folks here. Everybody was ready to go. You weren't here. I don't really have a valid reason for your failure to appear.
If you want to build an app and have no idea how to code or where to start, check out
Okay, so in essence, I would have to deny your motion to set aside the default judgment.
Can I say?
So go ahead.
Okay, so the only thing is so when I did it for the $1,000 this time, I did send emails, proof from Z plumbers stating what was going on with this whole thing. So they can't even move forward on getting it 100% right because there's pieces missing on Sile Farms. So that's why another reason why I was putting things on escrow to be held so that things could be fixed properly because I spent almost $10,000 on repairs. So I don't want it to be redamaged by not having everything done properly. So everything's done on my end. I had 2 companies that verified that there's some things on Sile Farms end that they need to continue to fix in order for things to run right. So I don't even want the water to run until I know.
Right.
I don't never want to see a bill like that again.
Have you sent that information to Sile?
Yeah, matter of fact, I came in there and talked with them, and we talked to what is it called? She was there. I talked to them. Sorry, I talked to her.
My manager's here.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I came in after that day. I came to put the $1,000. I went straight to Sile Farms, and that's how I was getting more information. They was like, oh, they sent me a picture saying this needs to be repaired, but it's something that they still need to fix in order for the heating pipes, the heating tape to get put on there properly so no more damages goes on. But they said they don't have that part, it's on back order. So I have to continue to wait.
That Sile doesn't have the part?
Yeah, so I have to continue to wait. So that's the only reason I was putting stuff on escrow to hold off to trying to get things done, properly so we can just be done with this. So I thought when you put it on escrow, it's supposed to hold things off until things are fixed properly, basically. Because like I said, I don't never want to see a bill of a water bill of $900 and a sewer bill of $900 again.
Hence why I'm on a well and septic. So, all right, I hear you. Let me ask you this. So is it correct that Sile is waiting on a part?
Yes, I believe the parts are been.
Yeah, parts have been ordered and we do have outside contractors on site at the property this week and next week, working on system-wide water meters.
There was a part on the water, so the water meter cracked. There was a part on the water meter that she's referring to that was backward.
That needs to be,
yes.
That's backordered, that needs to be put on.
Yes.
And all she wants it done is she wants it put on and be done with this. Okay.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Because like
probably a wise move.
Yeah, and I didn't know it was so wide like that. I thought it was just my place, but I started to find out more that it was other people complaining about their water meter as well.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing. I'm not going to set aside the judgment in the case. All right. But the 1562 basically, or 1561.95. When can that be paid? So, because here's what I want to, let me just explain to you what I want to do.
Okay.
I'm not going to set aside the judgment, but I also don't want to place you in a position where you're evicted. You paid the money. There looks like everybody's parts are going to be repaired and there will be water. So
no one can really stay there until, this is complete.
I know, but they're having people come out.
But it's been a long time. This has been since December. So that's the only thing for me.
So what do you want me to do, ma'am?
I'm not sure. I'm just saying what's going on.
I know, you're not sure. You want to yell at me. That's okay.
I don't want to yell at nobody. I want peace this Friday.
I know.
I'm just right.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to get to. What I'm trying to get to is a point that it's paid, it gets fixed, and then there can be water.
Yeah.
Okay, and that you're not evicted from the premises because you put money into it and the like. I don't want to see that happen.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this,
Mhm.
but you're just not sure that it's gonna be fixed.
Yeah.
That's really what you're telling me,
Yeah.
right?
Like I
Okay,
said, it's been a long time coming here.
I know. Okay, so the 1562 or 1561.95, do you have that?
I do.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. They're coming, when are they coming out, did you say?
This week or next week? Next week?
Yeah, they'll be out back again on Monday.
On Monday. Okay,
I'll make sure our contractors.
okay, so is it the type of repair that they're gonna be able to do that day?
I believe so.
Yeah, yeah, it's a certain
It's just a
style
plate.
of freeze plate.
Yeah, it's the freeze plate.
We couldn't get from the community the.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm gonna do.
Why can't I make any changes without an admin approval? Why?
With Monday.com.
Because you have to be an admin. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna adjourn this to April 25th, 2025 at
3 p.m.
3 p.m. I'm gonna order that you put the 1561.95 into court escrow.
Okay.
Okay?
Mhm.
I'll hold that there. Once we're sure the repair's done, water's back on, then I'll release it, but then everything's done.
Okay.
Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
Will you stop yelling at me?
Yeah.
All right? After a few cases a day, I'm a bit sensitive. All right? Okay.
Judge, can I just make a brief statement for the record?
Oh, boy, here we go. All right, Kingsley. Oh, what do you want
Thank
to tell me? I thought I did a miracle job in resolving the whole thing, but now she's just gonna go ahead.
Judge, I just have to protect my client's interests at the end of the day,
It's
so.
protect-
I would just like to note that for the record, I was present on April 1st. I had 4 witnesses here. Ms. Copeland appeared 5.5 hours late. That's all I'd like to state.
Well,
I knew that though. Didn't I know that? Didn't it? Yeah. Don't you start saying?
okay.
All right, but now we're past that. And now
Understood.
the money's going into escrow. They're gonna get that part fixed. There'll be water and everybody will be happy.
Thank you. Understood.
All right. We'll see everybody next week.
Okay.
See, make sure that everything's.
Thank you.
Do
All
you want
right.
us back in person next week?
How's she gonna know that the repair's been done and the water's back on?
Just.
Are they gonna, you're gonna talk to them?
They
Okay, so here's the way I look at it. If that's all done, then I don't need everybody back in person.
Okay.
I would then, once I get notification that that's the case, I'll release escrow.
Okay.
That's it. Okay?
Okay. Do you want my office to contact the court and let you know?
Yes.
Okay, I can do that.
Let us know that it's been done and the water's back on.
Okay, I can
Okay.
email,
Pardon?
I can just send an email to Ann.
Absolutely.
Oh.
If you send it to me, I probably won't read it. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, folks. Everybody have a
Do
great
I need to
weekend.
draft an order or are you gonna issue one on your own?
We'll
Okay.
take care of it.
Thank you.
You'll be okay. Kingsley. Jeez, oh, geez. I'm just trying to make it through another day, okay? Court calls the case, Iowa Farms versus Paul Dest.
Brianna Kingsley for the plaintiff
Paul Dest?
and I believe Leah.
Oh,
Dest
I'm
is-
sorry. And Lee Dest and Paul Dest. Twice. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, who do I have here? Bye. Yes, ma'am. All right. Your name?
Paul.
All right.
So I have an update for you on this one. They've submitted the payment. We're just waiting for the checks to clear. So could we just adjourn this 1 week and?
Oh, great. That's all right with you folks?
1 week. I'm a little confused about the checks to clear.
We're waiting for the checks to clear.
How long do they take?
When did you give them the check?
They submitted 2. They
Gave
submitted
them one
one
today, gave them one
earlier this week.
Wednesday. Sometimes they take a month to clear, so I'm just curious. Yeah.
Are you good with 1
Yeah,
week?
it depends on how quickly they get to the main office. They've already been both overnight. The one should have already appeared at the main office and.
They had-
Okay, so they go here, then they go to the main office, and the main
Well,
office
it's just-
is about.
The type of check that it is, it has to go to the main office to be posted. That's what it is.
I'm just gonna have to take more time off work to come back.
No, just
If we gotta come back.
calm down. Calm down. I'll work through that part. Okay? Just tell me what your issue is. I'll do my best to work.
All right.
Okay? You need to take your hands out of your pockets because that gets him upset. And then that whole thing.
All right.
Okay? We don't want that. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adjourn it out a week, the 25th, 2025 at 3 p.m. I really don't necessarily need you here. Okay, one of the two of you can appear via Zoom.
Oh,
Okay. And it's just a matter of the check's clear. That's all we're looking at.
so if it's not clear in a week, then where are we at? I just would like to know, I mean, it's just a question.
Well, that's a bit difficult to answer, only because if it doesn't clear because the bank is kind of they got it, but on a hold, that's one thing. If it doesn't clear because the funds aren't there, that's a whole different thing.
The funds are there.
Okay, I know, sir. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to
I
do?
just want to answer what a reasonable amount of time is to cash a check.
I don't know, because it's different things. If you were listening, what they just explained is it came into their office because of the type of check it is, they have to send it to the main office. I'm not in charge of those folks as to when they deposit.
Right.
The best that I can do is set it out a week. You've told me about your work issue. I will allow either one of you to appear via Zoom so that we can just get it straight. That's the best I can do. April 25th, 3 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Fill out a Zoom form so that I don't have to go through this, please.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah. Sile Farms versus Teresa Tomasi.
Brianna Kingsley for the plaintiff.
Tomasi? She said, yeah.
I'm here.
Oh, yep. We
Okay.
saw you for a minute. There we go.
Okay.
Okay. I had the last time we were here, 344320 owing.
Yeah.
And your SER was declined. Says that you were working with SOS.
Yeah.
Okay. You have any news on that?
Well, I've called for 3 days in a row to the lawyer's office for them to mail the paperwork over, and they haven't emailed it over or called me back.
So she applied for rental assistance through Hawk. All the documents already been provided to Hawk.
Talk.
To Hawk.
Do you mind
they,
if
they were provided via me on a text on an email yesterday after 3 days of them not responding. It was not given by the lawyer to Hawk. It was done by me alone. And it was so for the last 3 days, and they still haven't returned my phone call. So sitting here 3 days ago, you guys didn't return my phone call of whether or not you emailed it. And I don't even think that they replied to the people in the neighborhood here. Long story short, SOS has granted me $3,000 for the rent. Thankfully that I gave them the paperwork for yesterday.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Do you mind if my court liaison officer provides information to the court regarding the status of where things are?
Yeah.
Do you have a problem with that?
Okay.
Okay. Amy?
Your Honor, working with Alicia, there's a co-payment, so that portion above the 3,000 needs to be satisfied first before.
They pay the, okay. All right. Did you hear that, ma'am?
Yeah, I've got the money order here. Yeah, I've got the award letter from SOS this morning for the 3,000. I've got the money order here for the 442.
Okay, why don't you pay that to the landlord?
Okay.
And then let me adjourn it out a week and see exactly where we are on everything. Okay?
Yeah, and I'll vouch for the water. My poor neighbor hasn't, he literally would wash the laundry once a week because his bills was $300. So it is not just that lady, FYI. So
I'm just
not my either, but my poor neighbor literally doesn't do his laundry every 3 weeks. So, all right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for sharing. April 25th.
Yeah, 3 p.m.
25, 3 p.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. I'm gonna get up and walk out. I'm just gonna leave. If I do, folks, you'll just have to understand, and then I'll come back. Arbor Woods versus Kyle Casey.
Brianna Kingsley for the plaintiff.
Hello, your name?
Kyle Casey.
All right, and I had 1857.50 owing.
He dropped off a payment of $820, so I have $1,049.90.
1,000. I'm sorry.
$1049.90.
1040. All right. How are you gonna get that paid?
I was actually gonna ask you if I could have like a couple months time, not for the money, but while my wife is undergoing a lot of surgeries. Over the past couple months, she's got some things going on with her spinal leak, and she's actually having another one Monday. So I've been forced to take work off more than I normally would. I have a single income household. I have a small child, and I look after both of them. I pay everything. So lately, I've been not working as many hours as I normally do. My checks are smaller, so I've been slowly but surely falling behind. This is no problem for me to pay. I don't need any assistance. I don't need anything. I have no problem paying it. I just don't want them to, I want to pay them separately. Like they gave me a lease since our last hearing, which I'm very happy with.
Okay.
I would like to, if you would allow, to continue paying the lease and this separately so that I don't get late fees each month for not paying this in full with because they're putting this on my.
No, I got you.
You get what I'm saying? And as well as like the court costs, that's on my monthly lease.
Okay.
So the same thing.
All right. Just listen, you got a lot going on.
I do.
Okay, let's see if we can work it through. Okay, it'll help you. So when's the next time you can make a payment to the landlord?
Well, I gotta pay mine this month.
Pardon?
I have to pay my rent's coming up again.
No, I know.
So I can make
Hold
a
on.
payment,
Just hold.
next Friday.
Hold on. Just listen.
Next Friday.
Just kind of answer my question and let's see what we can work through for you, okay? And you got a lot that's burdening you right now. Let's see if we can try to, all right? So when's the next time you can make a payment?
Either today or next Friday.
Okay, and how much can you make?
If it's today, I can give them like 200.
Okay, so next Friday, how much can you pay?
I'm not sure. It's gonna depend on how big my check is because I've.
Okay, all right. Ballpark it for me.
I'd like to do none and wait for the next.
Pardon?
I'd like to not make a payment towards that and save that for my next rent payment, if possible.
I need you to work with me and just listen to me, okay? All right. So I'm not gonna worry right now about May. Okay?
About May?
About your May rent.
Oh, okay.
How much can you pay with your next check?
500.
500? Okay, do you think you can pay 500 by next Friday?
I'll pay 500 today.
Okay.
Instead of, if I can do it aside next Friday.
Hold on. Just work with me. I've been doing this a minute, okay? So I get it. So here's what I'm gonna do. Pay 500 today on this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjourn this out a week to the 25th, 2025 at 3 p.m. If you need to appear via Zoom so that you don't miss work, then we got a form you can fill out and I'll let you appear via Zoom. On that day, here's what I may do. I may issue a judgment for what's left. So if you have extra money, put it toward it. I may issue a judgment at that time for the amount. But what that does is that cuts it off and then you can work toward what you're gonna do in May. Okay? It's the same thing that you were saying, but sort of from the reverse. Okay? So I'll do that. I'll adjourn it out to 3 p.m. on that day. We'll see exactly where you are. You should be somewhere around 600 that's owing. So we'll work with that 600, figure out how you're gonna get that paid, okay?
Okay.
I did ask my client if they would be willing to waive the month-to-month fees in light of the lease issue. So I'm just waiting to hear back.
I was gonna ask.
So if So let me just,
His
how much
basic-
is the month-to-month fee?
$37. So he was charged 6 months for $37 for a month-to-month premium.
Got it.
So his lease
that
expired in
might
October. Yeah. I asked them if they would, yeah.
37, 350, 400.
I asked them if they would. I haven't heard back. So that's their decision. But
I also have a question. I don't know if you can spread like my water bill and my sewage bill this past month was like 90 and 50 versus
57.29 and
like
91.02.
37 and 17. And I'm just
Okay.
curious as to why.
Have you had anybody come and check out to see if there's a leak in the home?
No, but the one after that is
Oh
back
yeah,
to normal.
May
so
is
I don't-
35.
That's
So
why I don't get it.
Okay, I'll ask them. It looks like it was just for April.
Yeah, because that's another like.
Just for April.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was just for April. Water was 91.02. Sewer was 57.29.
That's like extra $90 right there.
Got it. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna turn it out. You pay the 500. Let's see what they say about that.
How do I have to pay?
Just a cashier's check or money order. You can drop it off at the office.
What if I can't get the cash out of the bank in time?
Today.
Or 5 o'clock?
Oh, then just pay it on
If you
Monday.
pay it Monday.
Yeah,
You're
Okay.
good.
that's
All
fine.
right.
I actually think their office might be closed because of the holiday.
Okay.
So just pay it on Monday.
So
Yeah, that's
do
fine.
it. Do it.
As long as you pay it prior
Yeah.
to next Friday, you're good.
Yeah.
I can put it in the box again.
Okay. You got it.
Absolutely.
All right.
3 o'clock next.
Do me a favor. Take care of your wife. Relax about this. We'll work through it. Got it.
Thank you. And can I get the Zoom? Do I go up front to get the Zoom?
We'll
She
give
has a form.
you a form here. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Arbor Woods versus Tamika Mason.
Oh, you just fill it out. and then-
Oh,
Just fill it out and turn it in up there.
I'm sorry.
You can fill it out and turn it in up front.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Brandon Kingsley for the plaintiff.
Tamika Mason and Jimmy Mason.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm
What-
Tamika Mason.
Your name?
Jimmy Mason.
All right. See, I appreciate what they did. She came up, gave her name. He didn't like barge up here, try to give them both names. All right. Okay, where are we on this?
So Mrs. Mason and I actually had an opportunity to speak really quick before the hearing. She dropped off a payment, or maybe Mr. Mason, which one of you dropped it off, but a $1,300 payment was dropped off on 4/15. She said she's gonna make another payment today and the balance will be paid on Monday. So do you wanna adjourn it over 1 week?
Yeah, so she's gonna she made the one payment on 15. There's another payment coming in
Today.
today. And then there'll be a small balance that they're gonna clear up that following week.
Yes.
Got it. So let me put it out a week to April 25th, 2025 at 3 p.m. Let's make sure all those payments are in, and then we'll figure out what to do with the balance. Does that work, folks?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You guys have a great weekend.
You too.
Are you too?
Arbor Woods versus April Tubbs Streeter.
Brandon Kingsley for the plaintiff.
Hello, what's your name?
What's up, Streeter?
You want to yell at me? No? Okay, good. All right. And I'll give you your case. All right. Where I had 1175.25.
25. Same.
Same balance.
I don't even know what's going on here.
Pardon?
I don't even know what's going on here.
What do you mean?
I got this to come to court a little over a week ago.
Okay.
I had talked with Jen and another young lady. Jen is not the easiest to speak to.
Got somebody in the office?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess she's, I don't know if she's a manager, but however, I told her before, I'm not the type that like to just sit and just, just keep this going on. What can we do to move forward? One of the things that I know is the lease. Now, Elise, my daughter has special needs. To shorten the story up, they sent one to her email. I asked them not to do that, to send it to me. However, I signed my portion of the lease. Elise did not sign her portion of the lease, as far as we know. We can't get into her email because it's full or something like that on her phone. I'm not very computer savvy, so with that being said, I asked them if they could send it to my phone. So with that being said, can we just have the email sent to me? What can we do? Because I don't feel like that I should be responsible, because I've been trying to get the lease since last year in September, but somebody had left. Jacob that was there. So we didn't have anybody in the rental office for a few months. So with that being said, that's the problem that I'm having with that. I don't know why I'm here, because
I have their money.
You haven't?
Yeah. So I don't know why I'm here. Except for the part with the with when me having to pay lease month by month.
Month to month lease.
I shouldn't have to be responsible for that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I got you.
So a couple things. It looks like for the month of February, there were no payments received. The next payment was received in March. So it looks like it's about 1 month behind plus the court fees.
Gotcha.
So I'm not sure if she did drop off a money order or paid online about that. The second thing is I spoke to my client about the lease issue. The lease is generated through DocuSign and then it's sent to the email. And then if it doesn't get signed within like a period of time, it automatically cancels. So that was the issue. And they checked yesterday in the DocuSign and it was still in Elisa's email. So, but it sounds like she can't access that.
And I
Right.
realized she has
So,
to me, so I have to
right.
ask them.
So she's been,
constantly.
hang on.
Yeah.
I got you. Is there a way to get it sent to Ms. Tubstreeter's email?
That's what I'm gonna ask my client, if they can go into DocuSign and put her email in and have Elise's
have it
portion go
sent.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that way
Right.
that can get done. All right. And then in terms of the payment, you have a,
Yeah, I'm not showing record of a payment received for February.
I don't know why you don't, that doesn't make sense. How am I I only need to pay for April.
pardon?
I only need to pay for April.
For April?
Yes.
Okay. How much is your monthly rent?
I don't know how much it is because it's supposed to be
What do you have her monthly?
$677 for base rent. And then there's this $37 month premium plus water sewer, which fluctuates each month based on usage.
Which I have received something for $400 and something, and they said they were gonna fix that, but I haven't received anything.
Is that for April 1st?
Yeah.
Okay, the sewer for $167.37 and the water for $248.65?
No, it was a total of four something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, combined about 400?
Yeah.
Okay,
It was
so
over
you got,
400.
did you get like an invoice in the mail or like a
No,
stub
she
or
said
something?
that they were gonna adjust it, but I haven't got anything.
Okay. Was that Jen or Dana that you talked to?
It's a young
Or
lady,
Imani?
some young lady.
Imani, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it wasn't Jen.
All right.
Okay, so there might be about a $400 adjustment or something.
For the April water sewer, it looks like. Yeah.
Okay. So then if that were the case, we're at about the 700,
About 1 month rent. Yeah.
about 1 month's rent.
Yeah.
When can that be paid?
I could pay about Monday.
Okay, so how much, let's do it this way so that I'm clear. How much can you pay on Monday? Do you know the dollar amount?
What is it's 7 what?
Well, it's $677 just for the base rent.
Right, and then I gotta add the water.
37. So if you want to just drop off a payment for the just $677.
I can do that.
Okay.
You can do that on Monday? All right.
All right.
So I'm gonna put here 677. Hopefully then they can deal with what may be a credit to the account.
I'll talk to them about the water sewer bill and then the DocuSign and see if
Right.
they could go into DocuSign and
Send it over to
Yeah,
me.
have it.
Okay.
Yeah. Was Elise ever on a lease agreement? Did she sign?
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Okay,
we did
okay,
when we
okay,
first
good.
started,
Okay.
but I don't even know,
Just
I don't know
checking.
how it happened to,
So then
go to
she's
her
on-
because
yeah.
it didn't at first. Yeah, everything was coming to me.
So then automatically for your renewals, it'll go to her too. So that's why.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll adjourn this out 1 week, 25th at 3 PM. Get the 677 paid.
Be there?
Let's see if the credit goes through, get the lease thing in, and then we can see if we can get it all resolved. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you, Judge.
You know, she did start for a minute to yell at me. Did you notice that? Did you notice that? Did you notice that? Like I said, I'm sensitive. Nobody's listening. You do the same, ma'am. Court does call the case of Northfield Crossing versus Barbara Vargo.
Brianna Kingsley for the plaintiff.
Hello.
Hello. What's your name?
Barbara Vargo.
Michael Bargo.
Yes. How are you guys doing?
Okay.
It's good to see you. All right, where are we? We're at 1974.
Yep, 1974-34. We were here last week in front of Judge Barr. Ms. Vargo and her husband appeared last week. She reached out to the VA for assistance. I know that she had stated that her husband is currently on SSI and she also started new employment.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr.
Well, I'm not gonna be much help. I'm gonna assist here. I did reach out to Hawk and they directed me in a lot of directions to find help. So I called a lot of phone numbers and that, and I made some headway.
Here, I'm
Thank you.
sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I can't
He
talk.
had a, I don't know if you remember us,
No,
but I know you see a lot of people. So in October of last year, he had a stroke.
I remember.
And yeah, so anyways, he got a hold of the Housing Bureau for Seniors. So they're gonna be working with the VA and
Got it.
myself. And they also said they sent over some kind of
Yeah.
stay of execution. For at least 2 weeks. Till we can figure out the.
I see what you said. They sent over the rental assistance form.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the DC 539? Yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I couldn't print it
just-
off. We were out of ink in our printer.
Stay of execution.
I was a little confused by that.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's okay.
That's
You-
what she sort of said over the
You
phone.
know, I get it. Okay, so they're gonna be working, because as I recall, and you'll have to correct me, he's a veteran.
I'm a veteran.
You're the veteran, that's right. You're the veteran, and they were trying to get assistance through the VA.
They're gonna work with me in the VA since the VA helped us out not even a year ago, just up to December of last year. So, but the VA said there is a trust, they might be able to help. Plus, I've gotten a job now. He's getting his social security.
Right, because that wasn't where we were the last time.
Right, so, but I just started the job, the beginning of this month. I was looking for something in my profession in IT. It wasn't coming through, so then I got a job as a cashier at Myers. And it's doing great. So,
In life, you do what you gotta do.
right.
Okay, so when, do you know when there might be an answer from the VA or?
The VA just sent me, what they, everything they want, which we've worked together before, so I already have it together. So Monday, because they're not open today, I was going to be going to that office with, I've got everything.
You
and
got everything?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this then, folks. Let me adjourn it out a week to the 25th at 3 p.m. Let's see where you are on that end, because usually they'll take care of the veterans. So we'll see if that can get it done. Okay?
Okay. All right, thank you. It was nice to see you again.
Yeah, good.
You're on.
You know what? Thank you for saying that. It is a blessing seeing you two again. You are looking well.
I'm getting better.
Huh?
I'm getting better.
You're getting better. Okay.
Walk better and talk better.
Yeah, well, when you came up, I was actually going to say that because the last time, well, not the last time, but you weren't really saying a whole lot regarding anything. So when you took off to start talking about it, she stopped you like a wife should. But she stopped you, but you weren't doing that the last time. And so it was good to see that you had the confidence to even do that. So I appreciate it. All right, you guys take care of each other and have a blessed weekend. Valley Ranch versus Brandon Kuchar.
Brianna Kingsley for the plaintiff.
And Carolyn.
Carolyn Mena is not Brandon Kuchar.
Yeah, I remember. Make that very clear. All right.
Mr. Kutcher has submitted payment through MoneyGram. I just have to confirm with my client it's been received.
Both pallets and Valley Ranch were closed today.
Yeah.
So there was no one to confirm my payment.
Okay.
When he called, I got the voicemail from my,
So
yeah.
basically indicate he's paid the full amount.
Yes, I just need to
Okay.
confirm.
So let's do this. Let me put it out a week, 25th, 2025 at 3 p.m. Check with them. If it's paid, you don't need to be here. They're going to dismiss it out anyway.
So much for everything.
You do the same. Court calls the case of Whitaker Oaks versus Marjani Green.
Brianna Kingsley for the plaintiff.
And there's another person. Daniel Keenan. Yes, ma'am. All right, where are we on this?
Looks like we were here last on 4/4. The defendant had applied for, or had an appointment with Hawk on 4/16.
Right. How did that?
I spoke to them. They said that they would cover it. However, when I reached out to my landlord, they told me that they put in for a 30-day notice. So that conflicts with Hawk paying my balance. So they said that if they were willing to extend it, then okay, but otherwise they would do relocation.
You know anything about the 30-day?
I don't. I'm just looking at the ledger. It does look like she was being charged a month-to-month premium.
Yeah.
So she was potentially sent a non-renewal notice, but I don't have any information with me on that. So
All right. But basically your indication from Hawk was that they would help you, but with the 30-day, they can't.
Basically, yes.
All right.
or they would use it as relocation assistance rather than sending it directly to the landlord.
Right.
Yeah. So they would, yeah.
All right. So let me put it out 1 week. Let's figure out exactly where you are, where you're gonna head with this. And then
Okay.
figure out what we're gonna do, okay? 4/25/2025, 3 p.m.
Thank you.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Judge.
Take care. Good weekend. Court calls the case of Whitaker Oaks versus Kristen Davis.
Brianna Kingsley for the plaintiff.
Kristen Davis, no response? Go ahead. I don't need you sworn.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. In light of the defendant's failure to appear at request entry of a default possession judgment, rent to retain $2,261.16, cost of $200 for a total of $2461.16 with a writ to issue after April 28th.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with a writ to issue 10 days. I think that's it for you, Ms.
Wow.
All right.
That's it.
Not too bad.
No, not too bad, Judge.
All right.
Have a nice weekend. Enjoy the sunshine.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it sunny out still?
It was.
All right. Case of Hamilton Crossing versus Tiffany Roots. Oh, what's your name? All right, where are we with her case?
Your Honor, I have a balance including court costs of $936.
936. Okay.
What was the additional cost? I have a receipt saying 660. What was the additional cost?
Did they not include court costs?
I don't think they included court costs.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, that was added on the 18th.
Every time.
Okay, don't, just don't.
Okay, so I had an approval from DHHS to pay the 640 that was
Right.
owed. But when they went to pay it, the paperwork said a much higher amount because I had been paying it down. So they had me to withdraw the application. They want me to come back when I have a document saying that I owe the correct amount that I owe, because they said they cannot pay it if it says a different amount on the documentation. The original documentation said 2,400. I paid it all the way down until all the way down to $640, which is the amount that they would cover. So because I couldn't get that from the leasing office in time, they told me to just simply withdraw, so they didn't have to deny it again. So that's where I'm at with that. The worker told me to get another document with the correct amount, submit it, and they will try to have it paid within 7 days. So the only amount is owed is just simply what they would pay off in court costs.
But, okay, but if you go there, you have 3 people in your house?
Yes.
Okay, so, but if you go there with a document of 936, are they gonna deny it?
No, I'll pay off the court costs, whatever.
Oh, okay, you'll pay the difference.
Yes, I'll pay the difference. I could pay that today. I just need whatever the document is they said that I have to have a document saying if I don't pay this amount, I'll be even. And it has to be the correct amount because the amount was incorrect. Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Okay. So how do we want to do this, and where does she get the document?
Your Honor, I can give Ms. Roots my email address, and so she can copy me on an email, and then I can
Try to work that through. Because I know she got it down to that, because she was working to get it down to 620 or 640, whatever.
I
And
think you were including the court costs here in court, but not.
not on the, okay. So Ms. Roots, here's what we'll do. Let me adjourn this out a week to the 25th at noon.
Okay.
Now, have you withdrawn it already or?
Yes, I withdrawn the application. They told me if I didn't withdraw, they would deny it. So I just,
Got it. Okay, that's right. So if you can get that, pay that other amount, they'll pay it, and then,
I'll be clear.
Do you
right.
think they need a ledger showing once the balance is down, or do they, or
No.
with this saying that it's $936?
No, I've turned in a ledger already. They need a court-ordered document. That's what they said. I need something from the court. And if I don't pay this amount, it has to say I'll be
No,
evicted.
they can't do that to you. That's just, I'm just, no, I know what they told you, but that's wrong.
Okay.
You don't, because the only court order document that I'd issue would be a judgment saying that amount.
Okay, but do you issue something from the courts that will show the correct amount? Whatever it is?
I don't.
Because I've turned,
I could offer to do a consent judgment that would be set aside, if paid in full, and it would be, that there would be no route without a hearing.
No, I know. And I hate,
Reward their benefit.
yeah, I just don't, they're giving people wrong information and I don't.
it's a hassle because I have to continuously take off work. It's just a hassle, but if they're gonna pay it, then I'll,
No, I got you. But you don't, but I can't, the problem is that if she goes over there, if I do that today and she goes over there with the 936, I don't want them saying
Oh.
that's not the amount.
Right.
Um,
I wonder, Your Honor, if.
let me ask you this,
What if I
ma'am.
could get my client to agree to a conditional order of dismissal with terms saying that, Ms. Roots would pay this much?
You're right. Ms. Roots, let me ask you this. The court costs, you have that with you now or no?
Yes,
Is it cash?
no, I can get cash.
Okay, but we're closed at some point. Because what I was gonna do is I was gonna have her pay that into escrow, issue the judgment for the 620. I'd have the escrow.
How much time do I have before you close?
Well, we won't be able to get it processed at 4:30. We'd have to have it processed by. Let's do this. Pay everything but that amount. Prepare the judgment for this. I have 620, but you say it's 640?
No, the receipt says 660.
Is that what they said they pay?
They pay 640.
So
640.
Your Honor, I have. Let me look.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Give me a judgment for you said 640?
Yeah.
Give me a judgment that just says 640. I'm not gonna sign that no, I'll sign it. If I sign it now without having that other amount.
Your Honor, can I put under further orders defendant to pay whatever into court escrow?
Yeah, why don't we do this? Yeah, why don't we do it that way? So Ms. Root, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a consent judgment that they'll set aside. If something happens, whatever, you won't be evicted. They have to come back before me before anything like that's gonna happen, okay? Under further orders, she's gonna put that the defendant is to deposit court cost in the court escrow.
Your Honor, it is slightly more than court costs.
It is.
It's about $120.
See, what is that for? What's the additional cost?
So, okay, so I mean, we can look at the ledger if we want to, take that time. I have that, let me just pull up the last.
936, they were gonna pay. So I got about 300.
Last hearing, I have a balance of $2,081.11.
Correct.
Okay. It shows, Oh, that's because it would have included courthouse. 1905. Okay, yep. So that would have been 1905 plus courthouse. Then I see there was a $500 payment made and a $645 payment.
Correct.
So taking those off from that 1905, that leaves $760. Plus court cost is $936.
I have a receipt that shows $660. If you give me a second, I'll show you. They did something wrong. Something is there. Okay, we can work that out later. I just want to.
Okay,
We can
let's
work it out
do this.
We can adjourn it one more week, Your Honor.
Yeah, I can adjourn it a week, but the problem is,
Your Honor, we could always submit a consent judgment to the court in the meantime. The court has heard the terms would be the
Yeah.
same, and then there would still be no, without a hearing, it would still be set aside once paid in full, and it would be, we could even do probably 2 weeks from the date.
I have 1 week, and because of judicial conferences, I have.
On the judgment instead of.
Got it.
That would be 2 weeks to give.
To give time for everything to happen. Okay.
And so why don't we do that? Here's my email address. Let me.
And you just want me to put it out a week? Okay. So what I'll do is I'll put this out a week. You guys can work on a consent judgment, look at what that is. You'll be able to get the paperwork to allow you to do what you need to do with DHS. All right?
Okay.
The check will be that I have this, but if you need to appear via Zoom, then you can appear via Zoom. I don't want you taking up any more work or anything like that. And let's see if we can get DHS to pay my monthly meeting that I have with them. I think on the 7th, I'm gonna yell at them again about telling folks this.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to work out.
I don't understand why they didn't just approve it and allow me to pay the difference, whatever the difference is. You know, I think it was only like a $20 difference. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
You're preaching to the choir, and I know you've worked hard to get this down.
Okay.
And there's a copy of what the judgment would be to say. I'll get it over.
Okay, so I can submit this, right?
No.
No?
There has to be somebody judging.
Oh.
And this isn't actually what we're agreeing on. I haven't signed it, but
Okay.
this is just so you can see the terms. Once you get that, once you paid from 936 down to the 640, let me know. I'll get a letter from my client just to confirm. We'll submit a judgment for $640.
And then you'll be able to get that judgment, and then you'll be all set.
Yeah.
Sure, have a great weekend. New Park Ridge Apartments versus Treasurer Wallace Douglas. That better be you, because I got one file. Your name?
Treasurer Wallace Douglas.
All right. And where are we with her case?
Your Honor,
This is her motion to set aside.
I have an amount remaining on the judgment of $811, but I don't know if that, I think that would not include any amounts, if there were any amounts paid to escrow.
There is not.
She did not. You have how much owing on the judgment? 8?
I have 811 remaining on the judgment. I do have a current balance of $1,489. And Your Honor, looking at the judgment, I don't see where there was good cause for meritorious defense.
Yes. All right. All right, what do you want to tell me? You're looking to set aside the judgment.
Yes, so I just was a little mixed up when Hawk assisted me via our phone conversation, the phone conversation that I had with the worker. I was under the assumption that she was going to pay the past balance as well as March. And I did miss you adjourned it. It was my first court date was the 28th of February. And I missed, you adjourned it to March 7th. I missed that court date, just assuming that it was going to be paid and I had to work. So I did go to work that day. And then I actually ended up calling legal aid, trying to get some information on how to put my rent in escrow, because there's a lot of things that need to be done with my apartment that they're not doing. So when I finally did, she's the one that told me that an eviction was put in. So I was just advised to do that, the stay. And here we
Okay,
are.
so she owes how much on the judgment?
$811.
And I did go and give them a money order for $669, but they told me to come and pick it up. They emailed me and told me that they don't take money from people who are in eviction status.
Okay.
The rental office, that I have an email that states that. So just was confusing as to why if I'm in eviction, why you don't want my money.
Yeah. So you took them a money order for $669?
Sir?
They didn't take it?
They took it, no, they weren't there. So I put it in a Dropbox, and then I got an email stating to come pick it up because.
Did you pick it up?
Do you mind if I get my phone so I can just get the dates? Okay.
I know that there was a miscommunication with our client, Your Honor, and we since straightened that out, I believe. So I just want to check.
You mean in terms of taking
accepting
payment?
Oh. Okay, give me 1 second.
But I would be interested in knowing if that's.
That was April 9th.
So April 9th, you put it in the Dropbox with the 8th or something like that?
What day was the 9th?
The 9th was a Wednesday.
So I think I put it in on that Monday.
So you put it in on the 7th, then you get an email on the 9th saying they won't take your money.
Yes.
And she would be relative. So let me ask you this. If they take your 669 and your 811 from the judgment, how are you going to get the rest of this paid off?
So what is the total that I owe? Because like I said, I didn't know anything. I'm just kind of confused.
So what was the total amount?
$1,489.
That's what you owe right now.
Okay.
There would be about $142 left on the judgment.
After the 669.
Oh, I can get it. I mean, like, I do work, but I work for Michigan Athletics, so it's like a slow season, but I work, so I can get that $100 to them the same time I give them the 669.
Okay.
Maybe
So what was it? Okay, let's do it this way. What was the total amount on the judgment?
Total amount was $1,817.
Right, but the total amount left owing, I'm sorry.
Sorry, 811.
All right. So, ma'am, here's what I need you to do. With the 669 and other funds, you need to get $811 to the landlord next week.
Okay.
Okay, on Monday.
Yes, sir.
All right. So get that to them on Monday. What is that? The 21st? All right, get that to them on the 21st. I'm going to adjourn this out to the 25th.
I also had here in this email, she says that I owe $1,481. So they don't communicate, and it's really hard to know what's going on.
Okay. All right. There's been late fees applied. All right,
Okay.
but I hear you. Okay, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work it through piece by piece at this point. So what I'm gonna adjourn this to April 25th, 2025 at noon. You pay the 811, come back next Friday. Let's figure out how we're gonna try to get the rest of this done, okay? But for you right now, I need you to pay the 811. And Amy has arisen. I haven't heard from her all day.
Your Honor, I just want to verify that the 1,006 was received and applied to your account.
Yes, I have it. I see that $1,006 was applied. Is that from Hawk? Yeah, that was applied on March 11th.
Got it.
Your Honor, I would just ask if the plaintiff could reserve the right to amend.
Yes, to amend the judgment and That's why I say, let's get this part taken care of. And then there might be an amended judgment that's going to include basically your April rent. Or if we click into May, it may include that, but we'll work those numbers out. Let's just get this taken care of.
Sure.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough. Also, I may have to work next Friday. So,
She wants to appear via Zoom.
Please.
No. So she got a name Treasure. I'm gonna make her come down. No. All right. I'll tell you what. I'll let you fill out a Zoom form.
Thank you. And if I don't have to work, I can come in. But
Okay. All right. But I got you. I understand. All right. Does that work for you? All right. Not a problem. You have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Attorney Hall, did you have any concerns about the document that I sent you? I have been.
I was just now reading it because for some reason I was looking at your other email chain and I was not able to. This is a different email chain with the court, so I probably not.
Thank you.
Yes, that's looks good to me.
Okay, thank you.
All right. This matter was set for 1:15, and my apologies. I blocked out the entire afternoon for a trial on this matter. The title of the case is Riverside Estates versus Amanda Boyer. Riverside Estates is the name of a small trailer park campsite place on Withers Road here in St. Joe County. They are represented by attorney Dana Hull from the Swistack Levine Law Firm. The defendant, Amanda Boyer, is present and she's represented by Megan Bauer. We had several previous hearings in this matter, dating back to June. I thought we were close to resolving the matter in August, but we weren't. I set the matter for hearing for August 13th. It wasn't resolved. There was an escrow order in place. I believe the defendant has paid. I wasn't clear. Escrow for, I think, June and July, but I don't believe escrow was paid for August. Anyway, the matter was set for a hearing today. This is filed as a non-payment of rent case. And defendant, which is a whole issue, whether you can file a demand for non-payment of rent case in a mobile home case, but I think this is lot and trailer. So the defendant raised a number of habitability issues, and I'm concerned about some of those at this park. And some photographs and other documents were presented. An exhibit list was presented today, but I'm advised by Attorney Bauer that a settlement has been reached. I gave Ms. Hull permission to appear by Zoom. And Ms. Bauer is here live with her client. So Ms. Bauer, what's the status here?
Good afternoon. Thank you, Your Honor. You are correct that there are 2 months paid into escrow. Ms. Boyer was prepared to pay the third month today, but we have, as you've indicated, reached resolution on the matter in the case. At this time, the parties have agreed to a conditional dismissal of the case on the terms that Ms. Boyer and her family will return the keys and vacate the premises on or before October 5th of 2025. And the amount of money in escrow currently should be released to the plaintiff. And the release of that escrow will satisfy the outstanding, will satisfy the account between the parties through the last day of occupancy, whether that be October 5th or earlier. Ms. Blair is does not want to stay there any longer than necessary in light of the positive bacteriological tests at the with the water and the other issues that you referenced on the record. The parties have agreed that the security deposit's not contemplated by this agreement, so it'll be handled in the ordinary course. Ms. Blair will follow the security deposit law or the Landlord Tenant Relationships Act with regard to her forwarding address. And the case is to be dismissed now on the condition that Ms. Blair and her family follow the terms of this agreement. And as long as they remain vacated from the premises, the case will stay dismissed. However, if the tenants have not vacated on or before the 5th, then on or after Monday, October 6th, the plaintiff is free to file an affidavit of default, request reinstatement of the case, file an affidavit of default, and ask the court to enter an immediate judgment of possession and sheriff's order to be immediately issued to Sergeant Morse or the sheriff of plaintiff's choosing. However, if the court is not satisfied that Ms. Boyer has defaulted on the terms of the agreement, then the case is to remain dismissed.
Ms. Hall, do you hear everything that Ms. Bauer said? And you agree with that? If she vacates by October 5th, case will be dismissed. Effective today or tomorrow, the escrow funds will be remitted to the plaintiff, and that will resolve the case. I couldn't hear you.
I said, yes, that's our agreement.
All right, thank you. Ms. Boyer, do you understand that if you don't vacate, you'd be subject to immediate eviction?
Yes.
Now, I went out there this morning. Actually, I did 3 things in that neighborhood. I also viewed a garage that's being built without a permit and another problem property in that same vicinity. So I killed 3 birds with 1 stone. There were 5 cars at your lot. Are you in lot 22?
Mm-hmm.
It's the last trailer on the end. Yeah, there were a bunch of cars parked there this morning at about 10 o'clock, 4 or 5. And Ms. Hall, I had invited one of your colleagues to come view this property. I think you'd have a new perspective on it. I suspect every one of those taps is full of E. coli bacteria. That park has been there as long as I've been alive. Everybody is flushing their toilet out of the same groundwater where the wells are. As far as I could tell, there's no sewage treatment facility. There's a couple of outhouse kind of bathhouse things. Anyway, so I think there's some serious issues with the sanitation there. But by this agreement, we don't join that issue. You simply agree to vacate.
Yes.
Now, frankly, you should have vacated a long time ago. The sooner you get out of there, the better off for you. But I had this situation, I mentioned this more than once here on the record, of another place that I call the health department. And they were reluctant to go condemn it and make everybody that was there homeless. It was a larger park than this. But I suspect the problem you had is with others. But as I said, there were how many people are living there?
Me and my 3 kids. So
do you know who all the other cars were?
And I'm the only one that's got the vehicle there. There's a burgundy car there, but there's a green van behind me. That's where other people live. And maybe across the street at a yellow house, but
This is at the, as you go around the curve at the bottom of the ravine there?
It's not at the bottom. It's like when you pull straight in, you go straight back and you can turn and then
Yes.
go down. Yeah.
It's lot 22, the last trailer in the row.
On the right.
Yeah, there were 4 or 5 trailers parked there, or cars parked there. So maybe they went to the adjoining lot or something.
Maybe, I don't know.
There was some sort of dilapidated structure in the back, like a shed or something.
It did look crowded when I was there, Judge.
But I think it's just where it's so small. There's like no space. You got a truck here, a van here, my vehicle here, one in the driveway, and then.
Well, you're gonna leave the property.
Yes.
I was told there was 2 $400 payments, but I don't think that's right. Rent is $995 per month. I think you made 2 installment payments of $995.
That's correct, Judge. I don't have the receipts printed, but Ms. Boyer did send me.
Are we talking? Yeah.
The escrow, yeah. It was in multiple portions, but I think that has to do with money orders being limited.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, does anybody have the order, or are you gonna present it to me?
I have an order right here, Judge.
May I see it?
Absolutely. May I indicate one additional thing for the record, Judge?
Yes.
There is an additional named defendant, Mr. Alan Freshour.
Yes.
I told him that because we had reached settlement and he was represented, and to avoid losing his job, that it was better that he attend his work again because he was represented. So he has consented to the terms of the settlement as
All
well.
right, it's Amanda Boyer and all occupants.
Yeah.
And this order says Amanda Boyer et al. All right, it's signed by Megan Bauer, Amanda Boyer, on the record for Alan Freshour, and Miss Hull, formerly, you're now Dana Holm.
Depends on who you ask, I guess. My main name is Holm. I'm going back to that. The state bar hasn't changed it yet, so it's.
I'll call you by what you prefer, but I've known you as Dana Hall. And we have your consent on the record to this agreement?
Yes.
All right, you have a little more than a month to vacate, which I certainly encourage you to do.
Judge, I'll indicate that Ms. Boyer has been diligently working and has something in the works.
Good. All right, Ms. Hull, thank you. And I'm glad I didn't drag you all the way down here for this settlement, but I know you and your firm's been working on settling this, but you've heard my concerns about this park. This issue is gonna come up again.
It is, Your Honor. I've never dealt with this part in particular. However, I haven't seen the well water gets tested weekly, and there hasn't been, to my knowledge, a bad test coming back, except I think there was one in July, and then they tested again the next day and it was fine. So if anybody has one, I'd like to.
Maybe there's more to it. But okay. Anyway, this case is resolved. We don't have to join that issue. I'll give you the file to the bailiff. I'll take you get a copy of the order of conditional dismissal. One way or the other, you're going to be out of there by this October the 6th. And that's good for everybody concerned. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I guess I'm all set then. Thank you.
Yes, you are. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Hall.
Thanks.
I was just gonna say the same thing. This goes with that. All right, we're gonna return to a bond. Stop the record. The live feed is still on. All right, defendant. Mr. Faison, what do we know about the test?
I was told that it was all negatives. It did look diluted though, but the tests all showed up negative, so.
All right, I guess we'll accept that. Well, that's a plus. So in light of that, Mr. Faison, what's your recommendation?
Well, Your Honor, I had noted several conversations I had with Ms. Bond about the landmark, and she left there to go to the spa, and then I got some correspondence from, or spoke to on the phone, the person from the counselor from the spa, who said that she wanted to leave there because she wanted to be closer to her children. I don't believe at all that she was confused about the program. It was very clear with the paperwork that would have given her from the probation. She did just leave regardless of what happened. She knew she was on probation. She just left, and then when she got bonded out, she didn't contact me. When she was talking about how she got arrested in Cass as a PO, I hear, well, they didn't have any probable cause. They wanted clean.
Yeah, she wasn't very repentant or
Yes,
sorry about it.
and I heard a few excuses coming out here, so it makes me concerned since we never had any tests. And unfortunately, I have 5 almost identical situations with females with a meth that went to facilities and then just said, well, I'm doing great for the last year, 2 years, 4 years, and all we have is their word. She does look better than her photos, her past photos, so I'll give her that. And it was negative today, no, I'll give her that. But the fact of the matter is she had a probation, it specified that she was to go there. And this started off as a felony, and it was enough to where the judge held 81 days over her head. My recommendation, which obviously is up to the court to decide on this, is just to do the 81, because I believe that's what she would have gotten. And I have not seen anything that's contrary, other than the 21-day program she did at Landmark. That could be taken and, weighed against the 81 days. But other than that, she just blew off probation.
All right, Mr. George, what would you like me to know?
Well, first off, Your Honor, I'm going to leave any discussion about the treatment to Ms. Bond. She has some information she wants to give the court to that. But what I had a case that was similar to this about a month ago, and I think that, what Dan said is right. I mean, she looks better, she presents better. She's here 20 minutes early for her hearing, which isn't nothing. She reports that she has a job. She gave me her boss's name and phone number, which is, I think something where if the court wanted to confirm that she's doing that work, she gave me a phone number to do that. She seems like she's proud of that work. And she just got her 9-year-old son back in her care. So in a lot of ways, I think the goal of the probation is to see what the end result of Kayla would be if given this course of treatment. Now, obviously, there were orders in place. She didn't follow them. She acknowledges that. She kind of fell off the map for a bit. I'm not aware, and the court and Mr. Faison would have more access to this information than I would, of any new criminal charges in between now and then. I know there was the stop that was concerning, and there are some flags. I can't deny that. But I think she's overall in a better place now than she was before. That doesn't negate that she didn't follow the terms of this probation, but I think it is something that the court can take into consideration. I don't know if she was bonded out right on the 20th when she got over here, but she would have 16 days to her credit. I'm just concerned that, if we were to just do a flat jail sentence of the deferred time, some of those gains that she has made would be lost. And, I don't want that for her. And, I know that she doesn't want that for herself. So we would just ask the court to take that into consideration. If the court does want additional jail time, I think we could, schedule that so that she can let her employer know and be able to maintain that employment while making sure that there are accommodations for her son to be taken care of. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Bond, you did Landmark, which was, I think, 21 days. And you were gonna do the spa, and that was only there for 3 days, and then we lost track of you.
I never checked into the spa. I was only at, okay, this is what happened. I know what he's talking about now. The first 3 days that I was at Landmark Praxis, which is the same thing, same name. The first 3 days I was going to walk out the doors. I remember this all too clearly. One of the peasants had called Dan and put him on the phone with me on speakerphone because I was ready to walk out of there. And he told me that if I didn't turn back around, I'd have 1 year in jail. So I said, okay. So I turned back around and I finished out my 23 days at Landmark Praxis. I was never checked into the spa ever. That was a whole year program. And I ended up finding Landmark in place of the spa.
No, this case was a 22 case. You had a meth charge in Cass County in 23. What happened to that case?
That I'm not sure of. When I just got picked up, there was nothing about it. I have no idea.
You had a prelim scheduled in a methamphetamine case in Cass County. At about the same time you were going to go to treatment.
And they knew I was going to treatment because Attorney Hogue was speaking with my navigator and stuff also.
Well, and then you just got arrested in Cass County.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ask Jenny to run a new criminal history to see what this shows, or Lupita? Obviously, if they had a bench warrant for you or something, they would have addressed it.
Right.
Now, your story is a little shaky. You're driving down Woodlake Road.
No, I was driving past it.
Past Woodlake.
And the officers were sitting there with all their lights off on Woodlake. And as soon as I passed them, they flipped their lights
All right,
off.
that ain't on the way to anywhere.
Towards Dud.
What?
Towards Dud Road.
Yeah, but you were coming from the south headed north?
I was coming from the Shell station and turning pop cans in.
All right, in Jones.
Jones, yes.
Now they call that roller coaster road because it goes like this. Woodlake is actually a Three Rivers address, but it's in Cass County. It's on the Cass County side of the line. Okay, so you went to the Shell station, then you were headed north on Woodlake Road.
Off M60.
Off M60 to go to Dud Road.
Past Dud Road on the right-hand side was 11151 M60, which is the address where I was staying at for the night with Jeff Knight.
All right, now where did you come from before you went to the Shell station?
From there.
Okay, so you went from where Jeff went was to the Shell station and back.
Where Jeff was to the Shell station and was going back towards that address where Jeff was. Yes.
Do you have a valid driver's license?
No, I didn't.
So did you get a DWLS or something?
They gave me a civil infraction with 3 points on my driver's license.
What was the civil infraction?
That's all they called. That's all they said it was. I have to pay $170 to them in 45 days.
Well, we'll find out what that is. All right, how'd you get here?
My daughter, she's outside in her car.
All right, one of your concerns was your son.
I do have my son.
All right, he lives with you?
He does
Because at
now.
one time you were living in your car.
Right.
All right,
I've progressed a lot since
all right.
then.
Where do you live?
1613 Grant Street
In Three Rivers?
in Indiana,
What town?
Elkhart.
All right, well, let's make sure she didn't drive here.
And Your Honor, and Paul can go, but I went out and told her daughter, she told me when she was driving and.
All right, so she's out there, all right.
She's out there.
Okay. Then the other concern I had was you just stopped showing up until you got arrested. And then as I said, Wood Lake Road goes like this. It's straight, but it's very hilly. So it's not a good, I'm not sure why they charge you with fleeing and eluding. So how far did you go?
Barely a half a mile.
And then you pulled into where?
I pulled into the 11151 M60 where
Okay.
Jeff was staying, where I was staying the night at. I shut the car off, put my hands behind my back, or got out of the car and put my hands behind my back.
And you figure they were gonna arrest you for fleeing or for this warrant?
For the fleeing and looting. I didn't even know I had a warrant. Because I completely spaced all the probation and all that stuff. But I've been doing very well. I've got my son full care. My daughter helps me with him when need be. I have a job and I love it. It's great. As far as the probation and being able to pay off the rest of the balance, I would have that paid off by next week. And I will report, I will drop for the drops. I'm on a different level, honestly. I feel so much better about my future, having my son back, having my daughter in my life. The drug is I don't want it. I like being happy in life anymore. I love having my kid back. And having a job and making the money and actually doing things with my life happily. All I'm asking is just to see this through, and I will prove it. I'll abide by all of it and do what I need to do to complete it, if given the chance.
Well, my radar went up when you mentioned Mr. Yant. 'Cause he's been struggling with methamphetamine himself.
Yep, and I'm no
So
longer
he's got-
anywhere near him.
Well, this was just, so in August,
Yeah.
you were staying with a guy
I was staying the night with him.
and he's been struggling with methamphetamine himself. I think he's either on probation in circuit court on a meth case or pending a trial.
Oh, I'm not sure about all that, but I know he does have a problem with the methamphetamine and
Well, why would you get that close to the flame?
I had no idea until the guy who was living at the property who was staying
Who
there.
owns this property?
Begley owns the property, but I guess they were squatting at this property.
Yeah, that's my fear. It sounds like you were at a meth house.
That's what it felt like. I was staying the night there. I didn't even get to stay the night there though. I ended up arrested.
Well, why stay there?
I had no idea it was like a squatting place or anything like that at all. And then like when I seen it all, it's like, okay, something's not right here. I didn't like it at all, the way it made me feel about being there and everything. So
Well, why not just be at home with your son and help?
I didn't have him at the time, at that moment. Like he was with his dad.
This makes me nervous.
I promise.
I don't think
I
you're over the hump.
will I will do right by this, all of this.
She said the refresher on base that's in there, it looks, as near as I can tell, last thing I saw for Cass is that meth in 23 was bound over and that's just sitting there. And they did now the fleeing and eluding charge. And that's as far as I looked. I don't think I missed anything. But it still looks like there's something going on with that, as near as I can tell from the looks on the lien from the 23 meth case, which would be weird. That's where they picked her up at.
Shows our case. There was a knife that got dismissed. And the fleeing and eluding shows from Cass. And it shows that your Cass County meth case was bound over to circuit court. And you don't know anything about that?
No, nothing.
Well, let's find out. We'll take another recess here, find out what the status of that is.
Want me to go call on that judge? Or-
Yeah. Why don't you maybe go Cass County Prosecutor's Office? All right, Ms. Bond, we'll figure out what the deal is with that, because you were supposed to go for a prelim. And they can't bind it over unless you were there either with a waiver or a preliminary examination. But that shows that was a charge. It was bound over to circuit court. Do you remember going in front of Judge Renfro?
No,
Do you remember going in front of Judge Herman?
no, I remember, Hogue was my attorney. And he got in contact with my navigator at the, Landmark.
All right. Well, as I said, it seems like if they had a bench warrant or something for her, they would have dealt with it
Right.
when she was there on this fleeing and looting charge. But that makes me nervous. You're at a squatter house with a bunch of meth users. You're driving on a suspended license.
That was
You're
on
running from the
Friday.
cops. The whole thing makes me nervous.
But I'm doing so much better now. Honestly.
Since when? The 4th of August?
Well, even prior to that, I was doing good and working on getting, and I had my son and everything. I mean, I didn't even stay the night at that house. I
Yeah,
got
'cause you went to
arrested,
jail.
but I wouldn't have wanted to stay there.
I don't even know
anyway.
why you were there in the first place.
I
I'm
don't
glad you didn't spend the night there.
Yeah.
Who knows what was going on there? That's just playing with fire, asking how soon till I get burned.
So I got my son back and
You got your son back. You
And a
keep saying that.
job,
If
and
I put you in jail for 82 days, then maybe your son will stay with his dad while you're out at a flop house with some meth users. So I'm trying to figure out what to do here. It was a felony charge when you were on, you had another felony charge pending in another jurisdiction. You were found with a quantity of methamphetamine, you had a knife in your possession. They dismissed the CCW charge. I reduced the felony to a misdemeanor. I put you on probation and deferred a big portion of the jail. You paid me back by absconding for a year, and you only got arrested by accident because you were someplace where you probably shouldn't have been, at the wrong place at the wrong time. Then you have a felony charge that may be pending in Cass County and you don't know anything about it. All right, let's see what Daniel can find out. I'm signing some orders here while we're waiting, and it's just really exciting to watch. But I figured I'd use this time while we wait. Maybe that case is dismissed, maybe it's pending trial. If it is pending trial, you don't seem to have a good handle on it. And again, it's awfully old. It's from 23, it's now 2025 in the last third of the year. Mr. Bush, I mentioned, was gonna give up representing Memory Lane, Mobile Home Park. He did a good job for them for a long time. And they've got new counsel from Southfield. I'm signing a lot of substitution of attorneys.
I think it's payback time.
Well, I don't see that, you have so many conflicts representing Three Rivers and Sturgis, but these are, don't seem to be in the pile. Jordan, Harden, and Ives. Ross. I will say you do get some not great cases as your paybacks. I think they save up the worst ones and say, well, we'll give this one back. Oops, I think I nexted it before I signed it. Jenny, I think I nexted one of these before I signed it, so I have to put it in the queue again. Try to do two things at once. If nothing else, Ms. Bond, we'll find out whether you do have a case pending over there or not, so we can get you up to speed on it. But I would be surprised if they just let it linger on the vine like that for 2 years. Something must have happened with it. All right, thank you. Mr. Faison has returned. What did you learn from Cass County?
Prosecutor forwarded me over to their circuit court. He is looking into it. He has my phone number. He says there should be an active warrant. She failed to show up for a jury trial over there. He thinks something got missed in leave. She should have never been released from their jail. So he's gonna call me back, but he's gonna try to get that fixed so that her failure to appear bench warrant will be active and lien. Because I told him that she was here at the courthouse and he said he wanted to get this taken care of and he'd be calling me back momentarily.
Okay. All right, Ms. Bond, I'm gonna get off your back. I'm gonna give you credit for the days you spent from August 4th to the 21st, which is 17 days. For the original judgment, see how many you had at the front end. Well, you had 9 days plus 17 days, which is 26 days jail. I'm gonna waive all your fines and costs. You don't owe me any more money. I'm gonna revoke your probation. And unsuccessful discharge. So no 7411. I'm gonna order 30 days jail, credit 26. I better make it 33. Credit 26. Leaving 7 days to do. With good time, that'll be about 2 days. And you're going to jail, and then Cass County is gonna get their ducks in a row. Either they have an open warrant for you or they don't. So apparently you failed to appear on a jury trial and slipped between the cracks over there. So there's no sense for me to, if they don't pick you up, you'll get out in about 2 days rather than 82 days. If they do, you'll go to Cass County and you can perhaps post a bond there and deal with your charge from 2023. All right, you're good to go with the officer. You got 33 days, credit 26, leaving 7 days to do minus good time. You get 5 days a month. So you got about 3 days to do. And in the meantime, Cass County can determine whether they have a warrant or not. If they do, they'll come pick you up. If they don't, you'll get released. I waived any money that you owe me. All right, good luck, ma'am.
What's happening?
Thank you, Mr. George.
Thank you, Ron.
All right, we'll stop our live stream. Be back in the morning on arraignments. We have a lot.
On August 22nd, I told viewers that the road to artificial general intelligence was already.
Town Center Place first.
That was just the next one. Wow. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. Um, I just want to say this before I call it today because I think I'm laying in my bed because I'm really tired. My back is hurting me. But everybody's welcome here as long as you behave yourself. If you can't behave yourself, then the moderators first time warn them. Second time, put them in a timeout for 10 minutes. Third time, they're banned permanently. And this time, if they're banned permanently, it stays. I'm not going to take their name off the list. Hey, Linda. I'm not talking about you guys. You guys always behave. You guys are well behaved. So, it's like I said, I took those names off the list. Um, this is their last chance. If they decided to come back here, this is their last chance. But yeah, the the two lives that you want to watch, Trin, is the one that they did with Ray Bone Crusher, and then last night's live. Somebody got roasted big time. And it was kind of funny because I kind of agree with them. Yeah, I just don't. The way I see it, if you can't come on here and act like adults and act civilized towards each other, then the next time the ban is permanent, their names will not be removed. I'm trying to be patient with everybody. Everybody's welcome here. It's about courts and the court system. Yeah, she got roasted. Like they got roasted. That person got roasted. Got roasted. And again, my condolences to Ray's family on the passing of his wife. I'm sorry that it happened. So what time is 6 o'clock at night? MASH comes on at 6. All right, I'm just trying to figure out what comes on MeTV. I think, what the hell's her name? Lisa Whelchel. She does that thing, Collector's Call. I think Collector's Call is on now, and I think MASH comes on. Then my buddy Archie comes on after that. I gotta watch Archie. But we had 60 people. If I'm correct, Trin, we only had about 60 something people on here last week, and now we have 74. The last count that I looked, we had 74 subs on this channel. Yeah, we had 60 people, 60 something people on here last week, and then the beginning of last week, and then all of a sudden we got 74. And we gained 11 subscribers since then. So to the new subscribers to this channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am retired from doing the computer stuff, but I do have some computer stuff, some video content. Well, I have video content all the way up until April of next year, but I'm going to add some more video content. But basically, I'm just retired and I just want to talk about courts and court cases. I don't want to change the channel. I don't want to have to start over again, you know? Starting over is a pain. I'm going to tell you something, to be honest with you. Starting over is a pain in the ass. You know, starting over again is a pain in the ass. I know that everybody that would be on here would be here to support me. But I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. To start over again with another channel or start another channel, I just don't have time. I'm trying to focus what I'm doing. And the new content seems to be getting a lot of attention. That the Judge Middleton one I did last week had over 200 views. My live stream views range anywhere between 30 and 100. It depends. I don't think he is doing good. Yep, exactly, Trin. Exactly. Oh. I know I have a 5-hour Judge Simpson. I know I have a 5-hour Judge Simpson Landlord Tenant docket. And I think the way it's going to happen is it's going to be split up. Half of it, 2 hours of it will be on one Sunday, and then 2 hours of it will be on another Sunday, and then the rest will be on another day, on another Sunday, added with other content to it. And they say I don't do anything on this channel. Well, you know, last night when I was listening to Tug, I scheduled this whole entire week's stuff is already scheduled and set up. Magoo, I think that hearing is next month. I believe that hearing is next month. If I'm correct, Mr. Magoo don't go back to court until next month. I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything new about it. I think the Arbor One thing is done. I was looking while I was doing the stream, and I didn't see anything new about Arbor One and that Slumlord. Of course, I'm going to be looking out for that stuff. If Mr. Magoo comes up, I'll just slap it on there as the miscellaneous. So let's see. Monday is Judge Flesher. Tuesday is Judge Simpson. Wednesday is Judge Boyd. Thursday is Judge Middleton. Friday is Judge Gaither. Saturday is a bunch of miscellaneous cases, and then Sunday is the Landlord Tenant. That's how I have it scheduled. Mr. Magoo needs to stop talking over the damn judge. I'm surprised that Judge Simpson didn't slap a damn contempt charge on him. But then again, that thing with the buttfucker 3000 in Judge Middleton's court. Judge Middleton could have slapped a damn contempt charge on signing into a Zoom with that name, but he didn't. He took it easy on the guy. He just put him in a waiting room. I hate to be Magoo's damn attorney. Holy shit. My advice to Mr. Magoo is have my opinion and my thought is to Mr. Magoo. Have an attorney appointed to you and shut your damn mouth. Don't say a damn word in court. Let your lawyer say it. Let your lawyer be your representative. Because every time he opens his mouth, he fucks up. And Judge Simpson's not going to play. As far as I know, he's representing himself, Linda. I don't know. I didn't see anything new about Mr. Magoo. Let's... Bone crusher. Mr. Wopato. Mr. Magoo. Mr. Magoo court cases. So let's see. Oh, there was one. I think we already talked about it. Yeah, we talked about it. Wait a minute, Mr. Magoo. Judge Simpson, he was back 3 weeks ago. This is 3 weeks ago. Yeah, but it's still true. That's not acceptable. It's when you zoom into a court, you're supposed to be respectful. Let's see. I don't know if we covered this one or not.
Versus Daniel Magoo.
A second.
State your name.
Daniel Magoo.
All right. What are we doing on this today?
Your Honor, I have in regards to case number 25F4-523, I have a couple things I'd like to point out about a couple of the matters here today.
Go ahead.
In regards to count 3, MCL 750197, lawfully detained or imprisoned in jail or confinement. Judging by the definition of the statute itself, Your Honor, it compels us to conclude that one has to be lawfully imprisoned or in jail. Jail being a facility operated by a local unit of government for detention.
Guys, did we see this one already? Did he already present this? Or is he trying something new? This is from 3 weeks ago. I don't remember because I've covered so much court stuff on here since then. Did we already see this? Or is this, because this is from 3 weeks ago. We'll play it over again. Well, no, I'm not going to even. You know, it sounds like, I think we already covered this, and I think Judge Simpson kind of. But that's going to be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. For most of you, I will see you tomorrow at 3:00 p.m. for Judge Flesher Docket. Trin, which I will see on the weekend, and I hope everything is going good with your family. If you're not a subscriber to this channel and you like the content that's on this channel, please consider subscribing to this channel and help this channel grow. And again, welcome to all the new subscribers to this channel, and thank you for supporting my channel. And I get it for now. Ta-ta, ciao, and I will see you guys on the next one. You all have a wonderful evening. I'm going to go rest because my back is absolutely killing me right now. But I will see you guys again tomorrow. You all have a good one. You're welcome, Trin.
Never give up on this heart of mine. Put it back together every single time.